Is brought to you by WyoTech, a premier technical training experience. By the late 1960s, Plymouth wanted a bigger share of the muscle car market. The concept was a no-frills racer that appeared in '68 as the Roadrunner.
Yes, sir.
While it was named for the speedy cartoon character that Wile E. Coyote could never catch, the Roadrunner was simply a stripped-down Belvedere with a big V8. It was an inexpensive car built for speed. Now, this formula of performance for less opened a whole new market for Plymouth.
A lot of the market for those cars was the high school teenagers, and they didn't need all the bells and whistles and all the power seats and all that stuff. They wanted the speed and they wanted the low price tag, and that's what the Roadrunner delivered. The idea was big motor, lightweight, low cost, and it really worked for them.
The stock Roadrunner came with a 383 cubic inch V8 making 335 horsepower. But the option everyone wanted was the Hemi. For $800, you could order a monster 426 cubic inch V8. With all 8 butterflies opened on the twin Carter 4-barrels, you had 425 horses and 490 pound-feet of torque. Even at idle, the massive engine rattled everyone and everything inside the Roadrunner. But the Hemi wasn't designed for Sunday drives. In January '69, we put it this way. The Hemi was never intended to propel Imperials down the freeway, or allow you to carry more stuff in the back of your Plymouth Fury station wagon. It was designed as a race engine, pure and simple.
This particular Roadrunner is very rare. It came factory equipped with a Hemi engine. There were only 840 copies of this car made in 1968, but with that, it was still the most popular Hemi car to ever leave the Chrysler factory.
The race engine power meant 0 to 60 in 5.1 seconds, with a quarter of 13.5 at 105 miles per hour. That hot engine setup was backed by a 4-speed tranny and a Hurst shifter.
When you look at the whole muscle car and pony car era, everything was about acceleration. That's what American performance was about.
But unlike the cartoon Roadrunner, stopping on a dime wasn't an option.
You could get from 0 to 100 before you knew it, and then a curve would be coming up, and you'd be kind of going, oh my gosh, scared the bejeebers out of me to drive that thing around. Because it was a straight line, you were in great shape with those drum brakes and so forth, got to trying to stop that thing, and you were in big trouble.
But if the Plymouth Roadrunner didn't stop like the cartoon character, it did sound like the bird. Chrysler spent $50,000 to get the horn just right. It was marketing genius. In 1968, 45,000 Roadrunners left dealer showrooms, and that number doubled in '69. The Roadrunner was a success both in sales and at the drag strip. But the muscle car era was nearly over. By the early '70s, low-octane and leaded fuel had cut the power. By 1976, the Roadrunner wasn't a car, it was an option pack. And in 1979, Chrysler finally pulled the plug. But for Mopar fans, the original Roadrunner remains a symbol of raw power, sold for an affordable price. It was the car that gave Plymouth a place at the top of muscle car history.
Running down the road, this idea of having fun.